lidded jars. That's what's next, okay? Centering is always the same. Right, for this project, we're going to make 3 lidded jars, and they're going to be raku fired. So you want to use the sandier clay, the buff clay, not the B-mix. Okay, because the B-mix will break in the raku because it's a quick fire. The pieces will be heated up and cooled down, and the B-mix cannot go through that. Okay, so it's centered, and then I'm going to open it up. Okay, water there. Create the well, and now open the bottom. Right. Now, one thing to think about as you're making this kind of jar is that if you want a wider jar, you need to start with clay, a lower, keep it low and wide. Okay, if you want a more narrow or smaller jar, then keep the clay narrower. Okay, so now I'm compressing the bottom, going in and compressing the bottom like I always do. Okay, and I usually do this about 5 times. So I'm just using pressure on the bottom, using my finger, and compressing and going back to center. If you want to leave that spiral, you can. If you want to clean it up, you can use your wood rib and just flatten that down. What did I do with my sponge? Kazoo nuts. Oh, kazoo nut did it. You can edit that out, can't you? No, okay. Okay, so I'm picking up all the water. All right. Compressing the lip. I'm going to open it up just a little bit more. Okay, and then I'm just going to compress it one more time, going towards the center. Okay, so now I'm going to bring up the wall. So I'm going to move over here and brace on this side. I'm going a little bit too fast, so I'm going to slow it down just slightly. Okay. Okay, see how my hands, if you can, David, you can see how my hands are moving up together, I hope. Okay, coming off, compress the lip. There's no water in there. If there was, I'd pick it all up. Okay, put a little water on the lip, go back down. Inside is a little dry, so I'm just going to wet my fingers and bring the wall up. Okay, and if you can, my hands are moving together, bringing that up. Okay, just nice and slow, compress the lip, pick up all the water on the inside. Down. Okay. One more time. Okay, ease off. Compress the lip. Pick up all the water. Now I'm going to start collaring it in. But before before I do that, I want to just smooth out the inside wall, so I'm just taking my rib on the curved side and smoothing that out. Okay. I just want to get it smooth. You can see it's kind of pushing it out a little bit. That's okay. Okay. So now I'm going to start collaring it in. I want to wet both hands. And I'm just going to start about halfway, right down here. And I'm just slowly bringing it in. It's a little bit dry. So I'm just collaring it in. What I'm making is a closed form. Okay. So start down here. And slowly bring it in. And as you do this, it gets a little bit off, and the part that you're bringing in gets a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to use my fingers and reach in here and bring that up to thin it out slightly. Okay, you can also, you can see that that lip is, I'm going to compress the lip, even though it's sideways, I'm going to do it sideways now. I can do it on top too. Just kind of bring that. Just checking no water in there. If there were water in there, I would get a sponge on a stick and pick it up. But since there's no water in there, I'm still good to go. So I'm gonna slowly bring it in until it closes. So, okay, you can see that, it's getting closer. And I'll use my finger again, try to thin that out. And now it's very, very small. See, that makes a little bottle, right? So I'm gonna close it up. And now that it's closed, it's not going to collapse because I have air that's trapped in there. It's like a balloon. So now I'm going to smooth out the top and change the shape slightly. So you can apply pressure and have fun kind of changing it. If I, take my finger and kind of poke there. Just to look at the profile. Right, I mean I could, my theme this semester has been jellyfish, and it's kind of looking like a jellyfish, right? Up there. So when you're done playing with it, right, and you get the shape that you want, I'm going to just trim off the bottom here. So I know there's a little bit of a thickness. My needle tool, whoops, go off of there. Use my trimming tool here and just trim some of that extra off as well. Very good. Okay. A little groove down there, so I cut it off. And when you pick this up, it's not going to collapse because it has all that air in there.